Hello everyone, this is Foxy Batty back with some more Walking Dead, A New Frontier. Brain fart, sorry. Moving along.
Thanks.
Maury!
You fucking thieves! You really thought you could just waltz back in here like nothing happened?
I don't think so!
Javi! We can't leave her! Oh! Shit! Shit! Oh!
Kate! Stop! Stop!
What are you guys doing? I fucking worked my ass off to get to y'all.
Javi, help!
Go!
Oh, God. I can't believe it.
She just...
I know, Javi, and there will be time for all of that, but not right now. I need to get Kate back to Prescott so I can help her, which means we have to go. We have a window here, Javi. We have to move before they start shooting again.
I can't leave her like this. I won't.
That's not gonna bring her back, Javi. Now get up. We can't wait anymore.
We stay here and we finish this.
Are you crazy? We have to go
I've
now.
already killed one of you. If we don't stop them, they're gonna come after your family again. Let Eleanor help them. You stay with me.
What? No, Javi, you have to come with us. Javi, please!
Trust me, Javi. We have to end this now.
No, Javi, please come with us.
Get her back to Prescott. We'll cover you.
Javi!
Go with them. I'll be fine.
I need your help, Gabe.
Just keep firing until they're out of sight, okay?
I'm ready.
I can't let Clementine do it by herself. And we need some cover so they can get out of here. Are you serious? A pipe bomb?
Javi, don't!
Holy shit! Oh! Well, isn't this embarrassing? I didn't know that that was the ending, and I can't. And you guys can't see my results, so we skip this. So I guess we'll turn this into a little podcast. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that that was the end of it. I just knew that we were getting pretty close to like 40 minutes, and I didn't know. I'm sorry. So I guess since we have to wait until I can download the other episodes on there, we'll just talk about what I think of the first episode of A New Frontier. Well, I'll just talk about the series in general because I haven't had a chance really to do that. Since the first season, I've fallen in love with the series. I've fallen in love with Telltale. I have most of their games. I don't have Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't have Minecraft. I don't have Wolf Among Us. I don't have Back to the Future. You know, so I can't say I've played them all, but I have played the popular ones, which is Game of Thrones, Tales from the Borderlands, Batman, and Walking Dead. And it can be emotionally draining, but I like how invested you can get in these games. Like, yeah, these characters have set personalities, but that's still you. That's still you making decisions through another person. And they don't always turn out right. And that's how it is in real life. It's how you would be in this sort of situation where the world's gone to shit for almost 5 years. And you're just struggling to survive because there's not much left of humanity. And what's left of humanity, it's hard to find really decent people. And I feel like that's kind of reflective on real life, you know? So, because, and maybe this is kind of jaded and cynical or whatever you want to call it, but it seems like the more that, the older that I get, just more shit happens in this life. And so, you know, people just go crazy, and I don't know what causes it. I mean, with this, it's sort of understandable because there is no law. You're just fighting to survive, whether it's by yourself, like Clementine, or with a group of people, like Lee did. And it's very believable, these personalities that developed through the apocalypse. And I really admire that Telltale has done that with not just this one, but also with Game of Thrones and all the other games that I've played so far. I haven't played Batman. I have yet to play that, and I may record that one day when I finish what I have of The Walking Dead. I said this is embarrassing. I didn't know that it was going to take 3 episodes, or technically 2, but since we're here and I already ended the last one, and then I don't want another thing happening like what happened with episode 2 of Michonne, where I have to re-record it. I would rather just sit here and give my thoughts now that I have a moment, since I'm not totally binging the entire series. The first season of Walking Dead, I really enjoyed playing. It was really sad, and I did cry originally when we got to the part where you had to either leave or kill Lee as Clementine. Or tell her to do that as Lee, but you know what I'm saying. And it was very evident that there was going to be a season 2, even with Lee dead, because it was obvious that you were going to be more focused on Clementine. And that's what they did with season 2. And season 2, so far, we haven't gotten very far in A New Frontier, so it's really hard to say. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. Season 2, it was more emotionally draining than the first. Why? Because you're looking at the world through the eyes of, what was she, 11 at that time? And you had to make really hard decisions as an 11-year-old girl. You couldn't act helpless. But the thing is that in season 2, it was aggravating because people take you for granted for being an 11-year-old. Like, Kenny got mad about you killing Sarita, or chopping off her arm, which led to her death anyway. Which, I think because she was bit in the first place, no matter what, Kenny was going to be mad and blame me for what happened to Sarita. Like, I could have saved her in any way. And he used the whole little girl thing. And in my eyes, she wasn't necessarily looking for forgiveness, just empathy. And, you know, empathy. And the same happened with Luke and Bonnie. The thing is that Luke was not going to be saved as well. If I went over there, I'd probably be just a hair too heavy, and the ice would break, and he would drown and freeze to death anyway. And Bonnie would probably still be angry with me. But we learned from 400 Days and so on that Bonnie is extremely trusting of people. So when something like that, like what happened to Luke happened, it's devastating. And instead, you don't want to necessarily blame yourself. It wasn't anyone's fault what happened to Luke. It just happened. And yeah, he could have been saved, but from my point of view, because the ice was so fragile, because everybody started fucking running, there was no saving him. And it sucks because I really like Luke. And then there's the shit that happened with Carlos and his daughter. That really sucked, though Sarah did kind of get on my nerves for a while, but it also didn't help that Carlos kind of sheltered her. And I get that, but something that my parents always did with me when I was around Clementine and Sarah's age is that you can't hide everything from your kids. They are going to learn one way or another. And whether it's like a total breakdown for them or not, it doesn't matter. They have every right to know. I know that if there was a certain way that me and my parents had to live and nobody else is involved and nothing works like how it should, currency doesn't exist, etc., that I would want to know what happened to the world. I have problems dealing with stress, me personally, but I would like to still be in the know. I would still want people to be honest with me. You know, I don't want shit to be hidden from me. I want nothing but the truth. You know what I'm saying? So some of the so Carlos hiding the fact of what the world is for Sarah was wrong, and that's why when Carlos died and she and Luke were trapped in that trailer and she just shut down, it was just like, just snap the fuck out of it. I know you just lost your dad and you're grieving and at the same time you're just now processing that the world has gone to absolute shit. But I mean, what else are you supposed to do? I mean, to me, it's just better to expose your kid to some degree. I mean, think about it like this. In the novel and the show, The Walking Dead, they try to shelter Carl from doing the things that they do with walkers, with people, and eventually he turns into a little badass. And that's and you know, I even taught Clementine how to use a fucking gun in season 1, if anyone can remember. If not, then go back and look at it. But that's just my personal view for this kind of world. There is no room for innocence. I mean, with babies like AJ, that's different. They don't know better. When they become smarter and able to comprehend more, then there's no room for innocence. Like when they reach Clementine's age, about 8 or 9, that's the point where there's no room for it. There's no room for playing. There's no room for just being a kid, really. If there is, you have to be in a safe environment, and there's not a lot of that left in the Walking Dead series. And yeah, this is just my personal view, and maybe it's just because I've watched Walking Dead for years, since like day 1, really, when we still had cable. But it's just as I've gotten older and I see people now, and I think about what would happen if something like The Walking Dead or The Last of Us happened, that people would just fucking collapse into anarchy. They wouldn't know what to do, and the people that did know what to do would have some kind of chaotic good or neutral going on. And yeah, so it just, this series in particular makes you think, because it really thrusts you into that sort of situation. And you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, when Javi and the others went to get Kate, Mariana, and Gabe, you just think it's a total reunion, but then you're just sitting there conversing with your niece and she gets shot in the fucking head. It's devastating, and you don't want to leave your family member behind, but what choice is there? I mean, I didn't really know what to do. I didn't want to leave her behind, but I don't know. But we'll see how that goes in other episodes. What else can I talk about? I guess I can talk about upcoming games that I will probably do with after I finish Walking Dead. Of course, I will play the new season whenever it comes out. I know there's some kind of hubbub with Telltale, where they had to lay off some people or something. I don't remember the details really, but I know that ripping earbuds out of my ear. I know that the reason I found that out is because I was wanting to know when Game of Thrones Season 2 was going to come out, because it's been about 4 years since it came out, give or take. And I just would like to know when that pops up, you know? So I definitely will play that. I'm trying to think, because honestly, out of my PlayStation 4 games, I actually have beaten most of them, but I would like to add some to my channel. Like I said, I may go back to Kingdom Hearts one day on a lower difficulty, so I have an easier time getting through the game, and I can finish that. And then after that, I will jump to Kingdom Hearts 2, because Chain of Memories makes me so very angry. And then I will probably do Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, and a Fragmentary Passage. I can't guarantee that I'll get all that done before Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, but I definitely want to let's play that. And it just looks so good. I grew up with Kingdom Hearts, and I love those games. And yeah, but I'm not positive on this, because I think I would need to let's play the first game. But very soon, me and Kobe Blue will be playing Dead Island Riptide. We haven't really decided if we're going to let's play that or not. If not, oh well, that's okay. Another game I'm wanting to play is the new God of War, but I want to play the other ones first, and then I'll play the new one. I don't know. It all depends on the game and what I would like to put on my channel, whether I've played it or not. But I'll figure it out. If nothing else, I got a lot of games already on here, and I can figure out what to do with that. But I'll figure something out to make a gap between the Walking Dead series and whatever I do next. That's Telltale, which I'm kind of wanting to do Batman, since it's another blind playthrough, before I go back to another game that I am more familiar with. So after Walking Dead, I will try and find something that will be pretty interesting, and then, well, actually, me and Kobe Blue are going to be let's playing Resident Evil 6 pretty soon. if you're not watching him right now, what are you doing? He's currently streaming The Last of Us. I don't remember what difficulty, but he's getting ready for The Last of Us 2, and maybe I will do the same by reinstalling The Last of Us on my PS4. But I also don't want to seem like a copycat. But we'll see what happens. I'll figure something out. Right now, I want to focus on The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, and not fuck up like I did with this. I may go ahead and make the episodes longer, since it seems like I'm blowing through these faster compared to the first or the second one. I will probably raise them up to about 45 minutes. I'll range it between 40 and 45, just to play it safe, because I can't make these videos any longer than an hour. And upload them when I can, and I will also have the remaining episodes put on my PS4 so I can finish this season of The Walking Dead. I'm really excited. I really am. Like, this first episode was pretty insane. I do hate what happened to Mari. Really do. Oh, she's not even on the box. I didn't realize that till I just now looked. She's not anywhere on the box. You can look it up. There's Javier, Clementine, a Walker, Gabe, and Kate, but Mariana's not on there. How did I not figure that out? Obviously, these guys are going to be alive for a while. Clementine better live forever, though. I will actually cry if she ever dies. But I think I've done enough babbling. So, recap. For future games, I'll try and find something that I haven't beat, or is a childhood memory, or something like that. I actually do have something in mind, but I'm caught between two of them, and I have to figure out how I want to upload clips of them, but we'll figure that out. I'll figure it out. For now, I need a little emotional break. I need to rest my voice. I need to pee. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me play like the last 30 seconds of episode 1 of A New Frontier. Very sorry about that. I didn't know. I will raise the time of the episodes up, so there will be enough time. Even if it's 15-minute clips, that's fine. For the finales. But we'll play it by ear. I'll do my absolute best. I mean, that's what you always do. But I felt like it would be a shame to just cut this episode short at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So I thought I would sit here and share my thoughts of The Walking Dead, which I did babble a little bit, and what I was going to do next on my channel. I don't have very many followers, and that's fine. I'm just doing it for fun. You know, I'm not looking to be famous. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon for episode 2 of The Walking Dead: A New Frontier. Bye bye.